drive will decide the second entrant to next week's NFC title game, as we've got a great one in store between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. Who will punch the fourth and final ticket to the conference championship round? We'll know soon enough as we are underway here on a January afternoon. They'll start this drive out on the ground.
That's to about the 28. Second down coming up.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. So opening drive, 3 straight runs, unable to pick up the first.
I know the fans want to see first downs, but guess what? The coaches have reasons for what they're doing. Sometimes they've scripted it, and some of these runs, while they haven't been successful now, they may be successful later on.
4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. Now with the play clock about to expire, we get a whistle and a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And it will be Falcon football. Falcons 1st and 10 here as Ritter gets them ready at their own 18. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage. Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Well, anytime he reads man coverage, I don't think it's going to be the only time he'll try and hit that route to the outside in this game. He'll test the perimeter, but that time, they were up to the challenge.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And complete to Drake London. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now they try the right side here. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. He'll look to throw. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that. Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, do I have that dagger play? Do I have that play and just finish them off right now? Because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
Give them 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
That's a tremendous group effort there, because when you talk about offensive lines, the best ones, talk about guys that play in harmony, in sync, and getting things done, and they did that on that play.
Yeah, especially on 3rd and 1. Got to be in sync, and they were. Throws right side, and that's complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
I know we just saw a nice throw and catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And able to work his way down to the 16. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Couple of nice carries back-to-back here, establishing the ground game a bit.
Yeah, these aren't bare-bones runs now. I mean, they're getting substantial yardage, the kind of yards you're looking for, right? Let's go ahead and use a cliche. Stay ahead of the change, right? 5 or more yards each time, that's what you're looking for.
Touchdown!
Kyle Pitts.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Falcons are on the board first here in this division round matchup.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically, what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
On 2nd and 1, Watson.
They'll get this out to Kamara.
And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And the slot man goes in motion left. On 1st and 10, Watson. Now a leaping catch, he's got him.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Back to throw, Watson.
And he'll air this one deep for Anderson.
And incomplete on the deep ball.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 40-yard line.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So 3rd and 2. This quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Watson, a little touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. Give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
Now a first down throw, Watson. Slant route to Miller. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. On first down, it's Watson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Certainly not the way they drew it up in the playbook, but that's why they love this guy back there. He sees things breaking down, and he's more than capable of finding an escape route and still getting a decent gain.
And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Now Watson. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Robbie Anderson from 8 yards out. And the Saints are an extra point away from evening this one up. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, he's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Falcons. Kyle Pitts, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons have moved out in front. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Watson on first down. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Watson. Completes it to Miller. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it.
And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third. Well, they gave themselves options there on the third down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
I usually hesitate when I say a guy's got world-class speed, but this guy might. So let's fire the starter's pistol. Let's go. If you've got him, you've got to try and use it. A lot of anticipation with the ball in the air, but no.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Watson now to throw. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Robbie Anderson. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Saints are an extra point away from drawing level. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
They'll look to throw now on first down. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
Another big play as they get 28 out of that one.
Press coverage on the outside, and for defenders, that's the ultimate risk-reward. If you take the risk, can you reward yourself by keeping them on the line of scrimmage? But no, not on that one. Got the step on them. Now it's just a matter of laying the ball out there for him to go get it.
51 yards rushing for him now as he has been strong here in the first half of this divisional round matchup.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Back to throw.
Targeting Pitts on the out route, and he's got it complete.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Koo knocks this one through the post.
And they take a 17-14 lead.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Flushed out right. Going to throw right side here, complete.
And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25.
A big play there just before halftime. 46 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Off of play action, it's Watson. They'll roll him out right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
They'll run up the middle with Campbell. And he gets the 1st down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. On 1st down, Watson throwing the out route incomplete. That's Campbell. Showed off the juke, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6-yard line. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the 1st half.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6.
To throw is Watson.
And this a leaping effort, but it's knocked away and incomplete.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Sly able to put this one through.
And that will tie things at 17 all. So they're able to make things level just before half and also leave very, very little time on the clock.
And I love the way that you phrased that. Brought a little soccer into it. And that's really apropos considering they just kicked a field goal to tie things up.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, Coach. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. 2nd half action back underway. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And, CD, we are in for a very intriguing 2nd half. This is what we wanted, all tied. This is what postseason football is all about.
It certainly is, and doesn't it speak to the parity in the NFL? Roughly half the teams that made the playoffs a year before miss the next year, get replaced. We know it's an any given Sunday mentality. Nothing's easy in the playoffs, but when you have your shot, they're eager to seize it.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 77 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll drop to throw. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
They'll set up to throw. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
So stop here defensively to start this 3rd quarter. Just what's needed in a tie ball game.
Yeah, good chance to build back some momentum on the defensive side of the ball. In fact, what they've done is give their offense a nice push in the back as they get ready to take the field.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now it's Watson. This is the tight end Fant. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Faking the give. Now Watson.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off by Darnell Savage.
And the Falcons will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
When you're in man coverage, you have help over the top, you become a much more confident defender. Trail the receiver and know that someone over the top can make a play, and that's exactly what happened here. The free safety coming up with the interception.
The drive starts with a completion left side.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure right.
This one into the hands of Pitts.
Touchdown, Falcons!
Kyle Pitts
saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game.
And the Falcons take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
So the offense back out now, coming off its 1st interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are. But what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the 1st. Here's a give up the middle. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. They'll try the air now with Watson. Completes it to Fant on the right side. So the completion gets him just a yard. And 3rd and 8 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. Across the formation, he's got a man. That's Allen.
And he is going to have a Saints 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup. Throwing again is Watson. He's got his big tight end, FRAN. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Watson looks to throw again. Going right back to FRAN. And they'll work this down inside the 30. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Now flags will come in. And I think this is against the Saints up front. A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Here's Watson. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Arnold Ebiketie. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Now a timeout called for by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And they'll send the slot in motion left. To try again after the sack. Watson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Third and long. It's Watson. He's going to try and go deep again. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Field goal unit and Joey Sly now. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. Sly able to put this one through. And that'll bring him back within 4. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains for a trip to the NFC title game. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Looking to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. First catch for him in these playoffs. He was held without one last week, but he's got a 1st down on that effort. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 104 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in this divisional round matchup.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll power ahead, but only for about 3 yards. 2nd down coming up. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll set up a throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there
42 yards.
And the Falcons are moving closer to a date now in the NFC Championship game as they're able to extend this fourth quarter lead. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And this could be the defining moment of their season, all hyperbole aside. You're trailing here in the fourth quarter, the divisional round. And they need to come up with something as they get this drive started.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try to get those yards a safer way.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Here's Watson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Launches deep. A jump ball, and this is caught. Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Watson. Throwing left side, it's complete. This duo locked in, 14 yards there, and a 1st down. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Back to throw again.
Olave over the middle.
Touchdown, Saints.
Chris Olave.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Saints have made it a 1-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And this has been a tight game to this point. Of course, they usually are at this juncture of the playoffs. But with the lead in the football, the clock right now their friend as they try to book their spot in the conference championship next Sunday.
One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
2nd and 6. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down. And he comes back with one complete. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 17-yard line. A gain of 18 and a new set of downs.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he wisely will throw that one away.
This is where good coaching and execution come into play, because down this close, you absolutely don't want to turn it over. Good job keeping that in mind as he escaped, bought time, and decided throwing it away was his best option.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Again, he'll drop to throw. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts from 17 yards out. And the Falcons are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. From the gun, here's Watson. Going deep this time for Miller. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
And some room to maneuver. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. 181 yards on the ground for him now, as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They're going to run this with a tight end. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Falcons continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And that will make this a 19-point game. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. From his end zone, here comes Agnew. And he returns this to the 22. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And there is a lot of shock in the stadium. The top seed, the favorites, really getting handled thus far in this divisional round and getting close to a disappointing one-and-done scenario in these playoffs. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Out of the gun, Watson. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Coup for the extra point.
And that will bump the lead up to 26.
Coup just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson on the move to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Watson. Eluding the pressure right. That's caught over the middle by Fant.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
Watson off play action. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. After the sack on 1st down, Watson.
That's going to be caught downfield by Anderson.
And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 24-yard line. Back to throw, Watson.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Slot man moves right. To throw again on 2nd down, Watson. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Miller in motion right. Again, it's Watson. Flush to his right. Completion left side to Miller. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I like the thought process. I like the design. But I think he may have waited a little too long to spot his man. Because if you're going to run that drag route, you've got to put it on him and let him turn upfield. Instead, he waits until his receiver's too close to the sideline. And they don't get...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception.
Jeremy Chin picks it off.
Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the 1st down carry. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout As the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. So they stay alive in the NFL playoffs, move on to the conference championship.